Shalom Onyx, and right here that I have in my hand is an Onyx Kids Adventure book. This one's called Don't Leave the Door Open. Yikes. I wonder why. Well, let's find out. Do you know what it's like to have someone after you? Oh, you do, eh? Well, do you know what it's like to have something after you? I don't think so. The crazy thing is that this is normal for me and my family. I'm Shiloh, and I'm 10 years old, and well, this is my life. I have 3 sisters who are all older than me. There's Shalom, who's 16, Sinead, pronounced Shin-aid, who's 15. By the way, don't ask me why it's pronounced that way. I think my mom said it was Irish, which is cool. She hates it when someone calls her Sinead or Sin-aid. Then there's Sade, who's 11. Guess how you pronounce that name? I bet you can't. Let me save you the trouble. Sade. That's right. Sade is pronounced Sade, not Sadie or said or Said. But we call her Shasha, not Sasha, Shasha. The way we come up with that nickname is a whole nother story. Then of course there's my mom and dad, Rita and Rathel. The name Rita is simple, but I don't even want to get into my dad's name. But needless to say, you pronounce it the way it looks, Mirth-el. I feel like my parents probably don't think of these things when they're naming their kids. And that sums it up. We're the Onyx family. Have you ever heard of the jewel onyx? I hadn't either. But what's cool is it comes in all shades. There's red, green, yellow, white, and all sorts of colors. But the one color that everyone seems to know is the black onyx stone. My mom likes to call us her onyx jewels because she said that we're all, get ready to cringe, precious to her like jewels. And since we're black, well, she calls us her Onyx Kids, which then turn us into being called the Onyx Family. Now that you know me and my family, let's get back to what I said in the beginning. There's something after me, actually us. You see, for some reason, odd things keep happening to us that sometimes makes us laugh our butts off and sometimes makes us creeped out. But you'll see because I'm gonna tell you guys everything. I'm gonna bring you on so many adventures, Onyx Kids Adventures. Chapter 1, Shut the Door. This house has to have it, the voice growled. The tall skeleton pops its head over the gate. It was dark and chilly night, a night when you want to be in bed, under the covers, of on the sofa with a blanket watching TV. A pair of bony hands wrapped around the lock on the backyard gate, and with a simple turn, unlocked it. The gate opened up, revealing a short pathway leading to the back door. Each step the scrawny skeleton took made a soft rattle on the stone ground. I'm in, Onyx Family. I'm coming for you. What you have will be mine now. The uninvited guest slowly slipped himself inside the Onyx House. It was a lazy Saturday night, the perfect time to jam along to his favorite hip-hop music. After a long, boring week of math, disgusting cafeteria food, and worst of all, PE, it was nice to finally have some quiet time to kick back and relax. Oh yeah, do-do-do-do-do, Shiloh hummed, dancing down the stairs to the kitchen. Just him and his earphones, along with a bag of his favorite chips Doritos. No homework, no annoying classmates. Crash! Shiloh slid off his earphones and scanned the room. What was that? Mom and Dad were on a movie date, and his sister Shasha was up in her room practicing gymnastics. He was the only one downstairs. Unless... Wait a minute! The back door's unlocked, Shiloh exclaimed. He made his way to the back and locked it quickly. That's better, he said as he began to relax again. Good thing he spotted it now before his mom did. She would be so upset if she knew it was open and bugs were allowed to make themselves at home in our home. That's strange. I don't even remember going outside today, Shiloh thought. He shrugged. It was probably his dog Shadow that pushed it open when he went outside to use the bathroom. Back to jamming! Shiloh said, blasting the music up again. Shiloh ran into the dining room and busted out the Running Man, ending off with a spin. Oh yeah, dance off, party! He sang loudly as he swung his arm back and hit something hard. Ouch! Shiloh exclaimed, feeling unexpected pain in his arm. What in the world was that? Shiloh thought, confused. He whirled around, wondered what he hit, but all he saw was his boring old dining room table. Why am I so suspicious, he thought. At that moment, he felt goosebumps starting to break out in the back of his neck. For a second, he thought he wasn't alone, but that was impossible. He chuckled. This isn't some cheesy horror movie. But then he stopped laughing and thought, what if I'm like one of those characters who act like nothing's wrong, but something dangerous is about to happen? Shiloh shook off his fear and danced down the dark hallway leading up to the kitchen. I'm listening to music. I don't know what's going around me, Shiloh singingly mocked. I feel like I'm in danger, he sang as he closed his eyes, still in his sarcastic fantasy. What Shiloh didn't realize was the dining room lights started flickering behind him. Something's gonna happen to me in 10, Shiloh sang, eyes still closed. The lights behind him shut off. 9, he continued to count down in song. The floor creaked. 8, 7, 6, his melody continued. The bony feet made its way towards Shiloh. 5, 4, 3, a shadow, a dark shadow towered over Shiloh. 2, 1, ah! A large skeleton grabbed Shiloh away. The lights went out, and the house was silent. Chapter 2, Missing Brother. Ready for the splits, Barbie? Shasha asked her favorite Barbie. Shasha was upstairs, playing with her toys. She had no idea of the drama that was going on downstairs. Shasha lifted both of her Barbie's legs up into a split, placing it on the carpet. See, Barbie? Now we're gymnastic buddies. Shasha adjusted her legs so she could balance better in her own split. Ta-da! Shasha raised her hands, finishing her pose. She had been practicing doing the splits for over 3 hours with her gymnast Barbie. Who knew gymnastics could be so tiring, she thought. Maybe she could call Shiloh to get her a glass of water. Shiloh! She called. No answer. Shiloh! She called again louder. Still no answer. Where's Shiloh? Shasha tossed away the Barbie and set out to find him. Shiloh! Shasha barged into his room, which was strangely empty. Shiloh usually is in his room playing, she pondered, shutting the door. Maybe he's in the kitchen having a snack. She checked the large food cabinet and behind the fridge. Shiloh! Shasha called out again. No one. A bad feeling rose up in her stomach. Usually Shiloh was playing or eating. Her eyes popped open. If he's not doing any of those things, then he's missing! Her heart thumped loudly in her chest. But then again, I'm probably just overreacting, Shasha thought. Shiloh was probably hiding around somewhere trying to scare her. Wait a minute. Are we supposed to be playing hide and seek? And I forgot to find him? Shasha thought as she opened the fridge, taking a bite of a banana. But what if he really was missing? No! This can't be happening! Shasha exclaimed. Shasha spit out her banana. She must find her brother. She began looking everywhere. In the washing machine? Under the sink? No sign of Shiloh. Under the dining room table? She spotted something white and shiny. His earphones! A clue! Shasha exclaimed, grabbing them. Shiloh's favorite earphones! She slipped them on, rocking her head side to side, pretending she was listening to music. I can still hear that on the hip-hop jam. No, I must not get distracted. I must find Shiloh! It must have been a couple of minutes, and she was still on the search party. Garage? Nope. Bathroom? Nope. Dishwasher? How could he fit in there? Bag of chips? Stay focused, Shasha. Snack Later. Shasha soon ran out of places to look. Desperate times call for desperate measures, she declared. Time to print out missing flyers. Shasha ran to her dad's home office and whipped out a laptop to make the signs. This is the best photo of Shiloh I could get, Shasha uttered to herself, looking down at the papers printing out. It was from last year's Halloween. Shiloh was dressed as... What in the world was Shiloh dressed as? In the picture, he wore a large afro wig, oversized suit, and spy glasses. It was a mix of a hippie, a spy, and a dad. Shasha grabbed a stack of printed paper and headed out of the office. She was so sure of her plan. All she had to do was post the flyers all over the house, and somebody who last saw him would tell her where he went. This plan better work, or I'll explode, Shasha sighed. Chapter 3. It's the clown's fault. Hey guys, it's me, Shiloh again. I had to interrupt because this is where this strange story gets even weirder. I'm sure you have questions like, why is a skeleton coming for us? Why is there even a skeleton? I told you earlier that these things happen in the Onyx House. It's like our house is a fun house and a portal to another world smashed together. That being said, the people and the things that are in our house are not the normal people, or things you would usually see in anyone's home. Some I can explain, and some, well, it just doesn't make sense. But that's my life. Keep that in mind because Shasha's going to make sure she finds me, and she's going to ask anyone, and everyone, and of course everything. Have you seen my brother? Shasha waved the missing paper in front of the shark. Shark was a good friend of hers. He was smart, so whenever she needed help with homework, Shark was one phone call away to help solve math problems with her. Here's an accurate description of him. Shasha shoved the paper further into Shark's face. Please, please, tell me you've seen him, please. Shark looked deep in thought. An apple spider. He does look oddly familiar. I think I might have saw him today. He thought back to earlier that morning. Shiloh had walked past Shark while drinking morning coffee. Shiloh waved at Shark. Shark awkwardly waved back and thought, I wonder who that guy is. Shark took another sip of his coffee and went on with his day. Well, have you seen him? Shasha asked, impatiently interrupting his memory. Shark scratched his chin. Was the boy who waved at him Shasha's brother? No, it couldn't be. The boy in the picture had an afro. The boy that waved at him didn't. Shark shook his head. That's okay, I'll ask someone else. Shasha ran off. She ran and asked the next person she saw. Have you seen this guy? I have a very accurate description of him. Look! Shasha showed the paper to Jerry, one of the handymen of her parents hired to do odd jobs around the house. He and his brother Tom were always there trying to fix things, but more often than not, they really just made things worse. Jerry had messy brown hair and always wore his raggedy uniform, which Shasha bet he never washed. In general, Jerry was not that bright, but he was nice. What really made him interesting was that he was missing one eye. Shiloh once asked Jerry how he lost it. He told Shiloh he lost it when he fought with a rat. That's right, a rat. Let's just say Shiloh was traumatized by that statement. I don't know. Maybe I have? Jerry's mustache twitched. He was slightly confused, but willing to help Shasha. He thought back to earlier that afternoon. Jerry was on his lunch break when Shiloh walked past him. Shiloh high-fived Jerry and told him to keep up the good work. I don't know who this guy is, but he sure is nice, Jerry thought as he took a bite of his sandwich. Shasha cleared her throat really loud, snapping Jerry out of his thoughts. He looked at the missing flyer and thought really hard. Really hard. That took a lot of effort from him. This guy had a huge afro. Unless he shaved it off, one day, this didn't look a thing like the guy who high-fived him. Nope, not a clue. Jerry shrugged. Go ask Clown. He knows everyone and everything about everybody. He's in the kitchen. Thanks! Shasha dashed into the kitchen and spotted Clown, sitting on the kitchen counter. Clown was a chill man, never spoke much, but when he did, you would be laughing all day with his jokes. This is the last flyer I have, Shasha spoke out of breath. Please, please tell me if you know where my brother is. Clown stared at the photo hard. Where had he seen this boy before? he looked oddly familiar. He thought back to earlier that evening. He was walking past the dining room when Shiloh was being dragged away by an evil-looking skeleton. "Help me! Help!" Shiloh yelled. In a flash, he was gone. Clown shook his head. He didn't have time for a silly prank. He walked over to sit on the kitchen counter to eat a snack. Seconds later, Shasha ran up to him and asked if he had seen Shiloh. Clown shook his head. He doubted that the boy being dragged by a skeleton was Shiloh. "That's it! I'm gonna take this matter into my own hands!" Shasha walked away. Chapter 4, Evil Plan. Hi YouTube, as you can see from the sign I'm holding, you'll notice that my brother, he went missing. Shasha talked to the camera while sitting on her bed. If none of her friends saw Shiloh, then maybe someone else did. I don't know where he went. He just vanished into thin air. Oh, this is what he looks like, by the way. Shasha pointed to the fire. If you see a boy that looks like this, comment below and maybe if I fake cried, people would feel bad and help me more, Shasha thought. She pouted and squinted really hard to try and make some teardrops. Nothing happened. Oh well, I'd never been the best at fake crying. It's not that she didn't miss Shiloh, it's just that she still wasn't sure that this wasn't a prank. Shasha awkwardly glanced at the camera and gave a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos! Also look for my brother. Hopefully he'll be found today. Bye! She quickly edited the video and posted it. Hopefully it gets 10 million views. I'll be a star! Ah! Focus, Shasha. This isn't the time, she told herself. Shasha lay back on her bed and yawned. It had been a long night. I should probably take a short nap so I can have energy to search later. Shasha's video at least got 1 view. Subscribe for more videos! Also look for my brother. Hopefully he'll be fine today. Bye! Shasha's voice rang out from the computer screen. Skeleton slammed the laptop shut. He just watched Shasha's pathetic little video. She really thinks she'll find Shiloh, he thought. Well, you're wrong. You won't ever find him. Not on my watch. Skeleton laughed, his terrifying low voice echoing through the house. Skeleton glanced at Shiloh in the closet he trapped him in. Shiloh had been banging on the door demanding he let him out earlier. Now he was quiet. He probably fell asleep. So far, Skeleton's plan was working. Step 1. Find a person with earphones. Step 2. Kidnap the person. Step 3. Steal the person's earphones. Step 4. Release the person, but give them his broken earphones in place of their new ones. Perfection! You may be asking why he wants earphones so badly. You see, Skeleton's earphones broke a few years ago, so he tried going to the store to get new ones. But since everyone is scared of skeletons, no one would help him find any. They just ran and screamed as soon as he went and asked for help. Since that day, he wasn't able to do his morning jog with music or listen to music while he washed dishes. He couldn't even talk to his wife while she shopped because having it on speaker was embarrassing when she called him honey. Enough was enough. Tonight was going to be the end of his nightmare of no earphones. Now this bothersome girl was trying to ruin his plans. You won't stop me. No one will. I will have earphones tonight. This girl had to be stopped. Chapter 5. The Skeleton in the Mirror. I wish that video I posted gave me better results. Shasha dried her hands in the bathroom. I can't believe it only got 4 views and 1 dislike. You have to be a monster to dislike that video. I miss Shiloh. This time, the teardrops were really forming. The lights suddenly shut off, leaving her in complete darkness. What the? When the lights flickered back on, Shasha was greeted by an evil skeleton, looking straight at her in the mirror. I got you, brother. The skeleton's eerie voice boomed. You're next! No, I'm not! Shasha felt terrified. The skeleton's empty eyes were just dark voids. Bony teeth showed through its wide, creepy smile, while 2 gnarly hands were coming straight towards her. Shasha zoomed out of the bathroom with the skeletons right on her heels. She kept running down the hall, glancing back to see Skeleton gaining on her. How was the skeleton running so fast? It has no muscles! Shasha ran to the back closet and shut the door behind her. Maybe she could call the police to arrest the skeleton for breaking into her house and kidnapping Shiloh. Nope, can't do that. They would never believe her. What do you think we should do, Shiloh? Wait a second. Shiloh? I can't believe I found you, Shasha exclaimed. Chapter 6, Fire Dog to the Rescue. Shiloh was practically crushed with how hard Shasha hugged him. Wait a minute, what are you doing with those? I found your earphones in the dining room, Shasha pointed to his earphones. I always carry a spare. I hid it in my pockets from the skeleton. He's obsessed with earphones for some reason. He made a circular motion with his fingers by his head to show that he thought the skeleton was crazy. Shasha smiled. I'm just glad you're back. Come on, let's get out of here and watch a movie or something. Shiloh got up to turn the doorknob. Shasha, this door won't budge. He tried again. I think the skeleton locked us in. Shasha got up to try and open the door. It wouldn't move an inch. Let us out of here, loser! Shasha yelled, kicking the door over and over. Never! The skeleton called back. Behind the door, he rubbed the mat into a sandpaper until a lick of fire appeared. Boy, this is for not giving me your earphones! It asked for you, girl. This is for ruining my plan! The skeleton threw the match at the door, which covered the front in flames. Shasha tried opening the door again. Ouch! She withdrew her hand. Why is the doorknob hot? The faint scent of smoke started filling the closet. It was starting to get stuffy inside. Do you smell that, Shiloh? Yeah, Shiloh sniffed. It's like a bad barbecue smell, or like burnt popcorn. Shiloh's eyes grew wide. Fire! Shasha, we have to call for help, Shiloh cried. Shasha pulled out her cell phone and quickly called Buddy, a firefighter dog who helped put out multiple pancake fires for their house. Buddy, listen closely. I know this sounds crazy, but me and Shiloh are trapped in a closet surrounded by fire and an evil skeleton who wants revenge for not letting him steal Shiloh's earphones and... Am I pranking you? No! Why would I joke about this? Shasha looked annoyed. Look, Buddy, if you come, I'll buy you a life supply of doggy treats. The vanilla one's your favorite. You're coming? Great! Hurry though! Shasha hung up. Shiloh, Buddy's coming. We just have to hold on. Don't worry, we're about to get out, Shasha said to Shiloh to reassure him. A couple minutes later, Buddy busted through the door carrying a large fire hose. I'm here, kids. Stay in the closet until I'm done putting out the fire, he said in his barky voice. Okay! Shiloh and Shasha yelled out from inside. Buddy aimed the hose towards the fire. The powerful spray quenched the fire in a matter of seconds. Buddy ran to unlock the closet door and set free the two relieved kids. Thank you, Buddy. You saved the day. Shiloh jumped up and down with joy. You're our hero, Shasha said. Buddy frowned. Where's that skeleton you guys were talking about? Did he disappear or... Shiloh and Shasha looked at each other. You probably scared him off, Shasha smiled and continued. Hopefully we'll never see that skeleton again. Let's go get some ice cream and pizza, Buddy suggested. I think I'll put those doggy treats you promised me on top and make it crunchy. Woohoo! Shasha and Shiloh yelled. They all happily walked out, not seeing the shadow of the angry skeleton behind them, hiding behind a door. You kids might have won this time, but just know I'm coming back. And when I do, you all will pay. And that is the story of Don't Leave the Door Open.
If you want to read the book too, visit our website onyxstarpublishing.com, or you can get it at Amazon and other select stores.